With runaway inflation in the U.S., a dollar currency system still being devalued, the cost of energy, rising food prices, and supply chain shortages, and massive government debt, many experts feel we're headed for huge economic problems. This has been said before by others, but there's never been a time when all these factors have lined up, and the situation comes on the heels of the worldwide pandemic. Finbold Financial indicates that the dollar has depreciated by sixfold over the last 50 years. In 1972, the value of $1 was $1, while in 2021, it declined by a whopping 85% to just 15 cents. On average, the dollar inflation is 1.38% per year, with 1980 recording the highest rate at 13.5%. The depreciation directly lowers the dollar's purchasing power. So an item that cost $1 in 1971 would cost $6.49 today, an increase of 549% in 50 years. Wages for most people cannot keep up with this. As inflation picks up, the dollar's value erodes and further pushes down interest rates on an inflation-adjusted basis. If the dollar depreciates at a faster rate, we will see hyperinflation. But this course cannot go on forever, and that's why many are saying the dollar may soon be finished as the world's reserve currency in favor of other world currencies. As I said at the start of this video, the dollar devaluation has been exacerbated by energy and food prices soaring, putting further stress on the dollar. Rising food costs and shortages are worsening because of a worldwide lack of fertilizer used to grow healthy and more plentiful agricultural crops. Then there's the worldwide wheat and grain shortages. Grains are used to make over 50% of the world's food production. Keep in mind that most grains are used to feed farm animals to make meats, poultry, and dairy products. Without enough crop varieties and grains, hundreds of millions of people worldwide may face starvation. Here in the U.S., we too may see more and more grocery items skyrocketing and missing in late 2022. All of these further eroding the U.S. dollar and throwing millions possibly into hunger. So what may happen in America if the dollar would have little to no purchasing power and compounded by these food availability factors? As pantries and some of the general public run out of extra food, we could see food riots and mobs emptying store shelves. And immediately, possibly 10 million more people going on government food stamps. Most likely, the government will have to distribute food rationing passports, allowing people to enter stores and take certain amounts of food using some kind of identifier, like a face scan, a thumbprint, maybe your mobile phone tied to your identity. We can also expect more stimulus money being sent to U.S. citizens. Eventually, by 2023 and 2024, the government could say that if you want to receive money to buy food, you'll have to use the new cashless federal digital dollar currency. The federal government, as of spring 2022, is thoroughly studying how a digital currency could work. If they adopt one, it means the U.S. dollar could eventually be phased out. Unlike cryptocurrencies that protect privacy, a government digital currency will allow feds to know everything about your finances. Since they'll control all your accounts, it will mean they can make withdrawals and deposits as they want. But any new digital currency will fully track everywhere you go and track every transaction you make, eventually eliminating cash sales. It may also tie in to a Chinese-type social credit score system, even here in America, to reward people or punish people for their behavior and willingness to cooperate with the new currency. The social credit score system could also allow the government to send universal basic income checks to approved Americans based on their cooperation to support government edicts and other behaviors such as political views, green energy support, people's diet and health status, and more. In the Christian Bible, it talks about a time when a world government will implement a cashless society and a mark of the beast system to completely control all buying and selling. Could the digital currency be a start towards this dreaded system? The coming days will be most interesting, and we'll soon know the fate of the dollar's destiny. This is H.A. Graves.